Well, folks, welcome back to the Hawk's Nest on a hump day in late April, the latest day we have in April, on just a sun-splashed, gorgeous day at the Yard. Lady Hawks coming in against arch rival Marin Catholic, the Wildcats coming over, both team wearing the home whites, not on purpose today. As you may know by now, Marin Catholic does not have their own ladies softball field, so anywhere they play is always a road game. However, they do switch off in the MCAL conference wearing home whites and road whites, so whatever the miscommunication was, it's no hard feelings today, contrary to what it was when Redwood came in here and grifted their way to a 1-0 loss wearing their home whites, something we will never let them forget. We want to welcome you all in attendance to a big-time MCAL matchup between two teams sitting in 4th and 6th place, respectively, in the MCAL conference. The Wildcats currently sitting in 4th place with a conference record of 6-3, 11-4 overall. Coach David Albini has his squad on a run right now. They've won 4 consecutive games. They're giving up less than 3 runs a game in the conference and scoring a lot as of late. Lady Hawks coming off of a 7-1 drubbing up the street at San Rafael. Maybe a little bit of a hangover after a big-time 1-0 win over Redwood for the first time in 6+ seasons. The Lady Hawks find themselves currently in 6th place. Playoffs are imminent with San Rafael chasing. Top 6 in the MCAL get in. Hawks have 3 games left, all of them with playoff teams. Marin Catholic today, I believe, San Marin next, and then we finish with Archie on the 7th before the MCAL playoffs start. Eden Clark, senior captain, will be in the circle today for the Lady Hawks. Malia Foster will be doing the pitching for Marin Catholic. Marin Catholic is the visiting team today. They will hit first. There's not a cloud in the sky, maybe over my shoulders. I can't see. Executive producer Pat Terry to my right. Good to see you, Pat. And then, of course, Hall of Fame scoreboard operator and constant contributor to youth athletics in the county of Marin, ladies and gentlemen, Phil Sasso. His daughter, senior, will be doing the catching today, coming off of a 2-hit performance up at San Rafael, including a double. I think the team notched 4 hits total in a 7-1 loss, and Krista had 2 of them. Coming off of really swinging the bat really well, and as I've said all season, not enough can be said. Good time to say it as we approach the end of the season. We'll be highlighting our seniors, but also talking about the future of the program. We'll spend some time talking about some of the girls you don't see as often who will be on the field next year. Krista Sasso stepped in this season as the starting catcher. I think she maybe started 1 game last year at catcher and has nailed down the position and has continued to improve and grow. And I can't tell you where this team would be without her. She has anchored what needs to be done behind the plate. She's catching 2 of the better pitchers in the conference. She has a no-hitter under her belt and a couple of one-hitters. And for those of you who know anything about a game played with bat, balls, and bases, catchers make no-hitters just as much as pitchers. So we're excited for this one today. The breeze is moving in a little bit from left to right. Final words are being exchanged between coaches, umpires, and players as the Wildcats stand near the on-deck circle. Legendary Hall of Fame Coach Don Smith has his squad united right outside the dugout. We'll miss Coach Lynette today. Another one of the coaches here, a basketball coach, for those of you who don't know, Zoe, Zoe, I can't think of his last name. Do you know Zoe's last name, Phil? I can't think of it. Zoe's getting married, so a big shout out to Zoe and Coach Lynette, and I think Monica probably too. He's getting married down in Mexico, and so Lynette's down there celebrating his marriage, and we'll miss this one today. Give us a second to acclimate everybody in attendance. For those of you watching online and on TV, hang in there for 1 second. Ladies.
Krista, what's Lorenzo's last name?
Ladies and gentlemen, your Lady Hawks. We want to thank everyone in attendance today for this MCAL matchup between home team Tamil Pius and the visiting Marin Catholic Wildcats. Want to do a quick shout out real quick to our snack shack on such a beautiful day. It's a good day to get something to eat. Specials going on today in the snack shack. Tri-tip nachos. Yeah, that's right. You heard that right here. Not just nachos, tri-tip nachos, hot dogs, Anything you can drink, anything else you can put in your mouth, please stop by. Cash, Venmo, and Apple Pay available. We're looking forward to this matchup. We want to welcome Coach Albini and his squad. Wish the Lady Hawks here good luck. Senior captain Eden Clark in the circle today. Senior catcher Krista Sasso behind the plate. Enjoy this one, everyone. So some of the pleasantries have been done. Eden Clark, starting pitcher, finishing up her warm-up tosses. Ball getting tossed down by Sasso. And the Hawks will toss it around here as we get ready to go here. Leading off for the Wildcats, playing center field, Morgan Carlson. So center fielder Morgan Carlson will step in for the Wildcats here. Is standing in the left side of the box. Captain Elisa Cobb over at third base. Clark comes in with a fastball up that misses. It's off the glove of Sasso, bounces back, and it's 1 ball and no strikes as we are off here right on time at 4:31. First pitch. Clark, a little bit of a drop ball missed on the outside corner. 2 balls and no strikes to the leadoff hitter, Morgan Carlson. Clark again way up high. That ball misses. Quickly it's 3 balls and no strikes. Clark trying to find some early rhythm, pounds the ball into her glove. Quick trip to the rosin bag, a deep breath. Wearing sleeves today on her right arm. Carlson fakes a bunt. Another ball gets by Sasso for ball 4. Runner moves down to first in Carlson. Now hitting for the Wildcats, shortstop number 2, Anna Held. So in steps Anna Held, one of MC's best players. Really good hitter, good shortstop. Carlson over at first base. Squares to bunt, pulls back. Carlson hesitates not at all. Steals second easily on a pop-up slide. And we're 4 pitches in here, and Clark has yet to throw a strike. Board is flashing. Scoreboard operator Sasso trying to get things going for us. Held pops that ball up near Audi Alley, right into the center of a windshield on a poorly parked Toyota Prius.
That's the second windshield broken this season.
Second windshield broken this season. This one spot over. Deductible checks are underway as we continue here on a 1-1 count to shortstop Anna Held. Good fastball on the inside corner, just missed from Clark. 2 balls and a strike, or 1 ball and a strike. Held, good command to the bat here. This is a good hitter. Open stance, front of the box. Here comes Clark up in the zone. Carlson stealing, ball thrown over Cobb's head at third. Carlson turns the corner and immediately comes in for the first run of the game. So Sasso got up and out of the box there and made a throw, and Lisa didn't have a chance on it, got up and over her head. So quickly the Wildcats have a run here in the top of the first inning. There's still no outs. 2 balls and a strike to Anna Held. 2 balls and 2 strikes, pardon me. Good pitch there from Clark on the inside corner, fouled straight back by Held. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the Hawks, as they've been known to do, can get off to an occasional slow start. Same thing happened the other day in San Rafael. The team has looked flat, quite frankly, since they beat Redwood. They look flat to me, too, here right now. Pitch fouled straight back. That one was up in the zone. Held aggressive, takes a big cut at it, fouls it straight back. Wind blowing straight across the field from left field to right field, maybe a little bit out. That ball's grounded foul down the third base line. Clark showing a little frustration, pounding the ball into her glove, looking to get some rhythm and some tempo. That's a good pitch, too. Had held off balance there, but Anna Held did a good job. We'll keeping her hands back, fouling it off. Big breeze of wind comes. I'm sure you can hear it on the broadcast. Clark tries to go with the changeup. Ball rises up a little bit. Sasso struggling a little bit with catching the ball here. Just a little regroup here by the battery here. See if we can get things tightened up here. We're full count here to Held. Good pitch there. Sasso squeezes that one as Held swings through a riser through the top of the zone for the first out. Good pitch there by Eden. Hitting in the 3 spot. Number 15, playing third base, Bella Faraday. So big swinging Bella Faraday steps in. This is a big, strong young lady who can really hit. Got to be careful here. Clark looking for a different sign from Sasso. She comes into the wind, unleashes a good fastball on the outside corner for strike 1, swung through by Faraday. That ball swung through for strike 2 on another good pitch that was down and away. Quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. Clark rebounding after the strikeout with 2 really good pitches to the number 3 hitter here for the Marin Catholic Wildcats. Ooh, good pitch on the inside corner there. Just missed from Clark. Faraday doing a good job laying off of that pitch. Yeah. That ball misses up and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. You're okay there, Phil. I want you comfortable, so whatever you need to do to see. I could see fine. Phil and I organizing PA systems, scoreboard operation. There's a lot going on, folks. That ball fouled up and over the screen, just missing the bleachers. Better than a windshield in the parking lot, as we have already seen. We call it Audi Alley. For those of you who've never parked near a baseball or a softball field, it's just not a good idea to park in foul territory.
That was a nice pitch.
Boy, Clark pulled the string on that one, didn't she, Pat? Just must have been wide, because I don't think it was high.
I think he was right in the zone.
Yeah, so Eden battling here with all hitters so far. 3 balls and 2 strikes here to Faraday. Good pitch there. Another riser from Clark, swung through by Faraday. So Clark bouncing back quickly. Hitting for the Wildcats, number 22, playing second base, Selena Pena. So in steps the cleanup hitter, Pena, who I think is their ace, if I'm not mistaken. She's playing second base today, hitting in the 4 spot. Clark with a drop ball, just missed on the inside corner. Eden looking like she's starting to get a little bit loose, find some of that rhythm. That ball had a lot of action on it, missed for a ball, but a really good-looking pitch. That ball pops straight up towards Harris. She's going back on it. It gets over her head for a single, fielded by McGrain, who brings it in to Pletcher. And again, the Hawks just look flat. I mean, they just don't have any spring in their step. Hitting for the Wildcats and pitching, number 12, Malia Foster. So that's a single from Pena on a ball that maybe should have been caught. Might have gotten tied up in the wind as it got over Harris's head. That'll bring up the pitcher for MC. Good pitch there from Eden Clark on the inside corner for strike 1. Looked at by Foster, who will get the start today. I don't believe we saw her last time. Good pitch there, same spot, same location from Clark. Again, Foster looking at that fastball in the inside corner. It's quickly no balls and 2 strikes.
Not sure where that missed. Was that a strike?
That was a strike, yeah. That ball's popped up and over the head. Fortunately landing in foul territory. I thought Lee was going to take a run at it, but the ball was hit deeper than I thought initially. The strong young lady here in the right side of the box here for the Wildcats, number 12, Malia Foster. I'm going to guess she's an underclassman. Here comes Clark with no balls and 2 strikes. Throws a riser. All 3 pitches for strikeouts come courtesy of the riser from Clark. So the Lady Hawks give up an unearned run on 2 stolen bases and an overthrow to third to let the Wildcats get on the board, and then Clark comes back and strikes out 3 in a row. We'll go to the bottom of the first here with the Lady Hawks down 1-0. No, so I wanted to have that dialogue with you because I thought about it more because my general consent for that. Okay, folks, back to the nest. I had to have a quick dialogue with Hall of Fame scoreboard operator Phil Sasso because we talk a lot about this game that goes on in front of us, whether Phil's watching his son play baseball down the block here or his daughter play softball. We both got a lot of time and energy invested in our kids' sports, and Phil and I have been watching games together for 4 years now, and it's just great to see. I'm going to tell these folks who's pitching. In the circle today for the Marin Wildcats, Malia Foster. Doing the catching, number 11, Lila Gonzalez. Leading off for your Lady Hawks, senior, playing second base, Annika Harris. So here we are, folks, bottom of the first inning. Ball goes down to second base and gets almost past the center fielder. On the warm-up throw, home plate being cleaned by our umpire here. Senior second baseman Annika Harris stepping in. The Wildcats picked up a hit and an unearned run in the first inning. And Malia Foster getting the start here today. As I mentioned earlier, I don't recall seeing her last time we played, nor do I believe I've seen her pitch before. So always interesting to see a new pitcher. One thing about ladies softball, most of the time, Lady Hawks an exception, one pitcher, all pitcher. They do all the pitching. Foster throws a good fastball on the inside corner. Little deception here, Phil, with this young lady. That ball is not visible, I don't think, if you look at this gal here, Pat. She does a good job. I don't know if it's intentional or not, but that ball's hidden before it comes out.
Yeah, I think it's intentional, Tony.
Yeah. Good swing there by Harris as she launches the ball foul down the right field line and over the screen. Ball and 1 strike to Ani. Harris is due. Had a good cut at that pitch there. So as I was mentioning, you see Foster buries that ball in her glove and keeps it all the way up and over her head. And I'll just say it now. She's got big hands, so it's hard to see that ball. It's the first time I can remember really seeing someone feel like they're deceptive.
Well, she's a good player.
Yeah.
She was a great player in the San Anselmo League.
Okay, so you know who this is. Okay, I didn't we should have chatted about that earlier. I'm running my mouth like I don't know who she is, and my executive producer is wake up, she can play. 2 balls and 2 strikes here on a fastball swung through by Harris. So is she the same age as you figure she's a sophomore?
I think she's a sophomore.
Sophomore?
But don't quote me on that.
Okay. Sophomore or a junior then, if she played with your daughter and Leah, right, in the
right.
San Anselmo League. That pitch on the inside corner looked at by Harris and looked at for strike 3, excuse me. So Foster off to a quick start here with 1 out. Getting in the 2 spot for your Lady Hawks, number 1. She's our shortstop, Zoe Pletcher. So in steps Pletcher with an out here in the bottom of the first. Lady Hawks leaving right where they left off up the street. Striking out looking. I think they had more strikeouts looking in their last game than they may have had all season combined. See if Zoe can get something going for us here. Wildcats are in. Third baseman way in. Shortstop way in. Pletcher quickly squares. Ball's launched by Foster up and over the catcher's head for ball 1. Wind has calmed here. Zoe looking to get something going here. Zoe offers at that pitch, maybe not. Either way, ball on the outside corner for strike 1 on a good pitch by Foster. I'm impressed. This girl with the wind, big, tall wind, a lot of moving pieces, and a little bit of zip. Pletcher swinging at a fastball up in there. That might have been a riser up in the zone. Not close. A ball and 2 strikes to the junior captain, Zoe Pletcher, on just an absolutely gorgeous day at the Nest. Foster shaking off her catcher. Zoe laid off that pitch, looks down to the umpire. Second opinion, we may have caught a little bit of a break there on a check swing. Yeah, I thought she was getting rung up for sure. So extra life, 2 balls and 2 strikes here for Zoe, trying to get the ball down into the ground so she can use her speed, or a little slap over a shortstop or a third baseman's head for a potential double. Pletcher does a good job on letting that pitch go on a riser that missed badly up and away. Full count here to the 2-hitter for the Lady Hawks as they try to get something going. Down a run early as we just get started here at the Nest. For those of you watching, thinking about coming down, tri-tip nachos available in the Snack Shack today. Good pitch there by Foster on the outside corner for strike 3. So quickly there's 2 outs via the strikeouts. Senior captain Eden Clark stepping in. Hitting for the Lady Hawks, senior captain number 9, Eden Clark. So Eden Clark stepping in. Hitting in the 3 spot, Ava Lee in the on-deck circle. Quickly 2 outs to the Lady Hawks. Fastball in the outside corner, looked at by Clark, squeezed by the catcher, strike 1.
Malia Foster looks like a college pitcher out there.
She really does. Looks to have complete command as we watch her pitch right now. Fastball missed up in the zone. Good look and good take there by Eden Clark, nodding the count at a ball and a strike. Nobody on here, 2 outs in the bottom of the first, standing Wildcats 1, Lady Hawks 0. Good off-speed pitch, full pull of the string from Malia Foster. Caught Eden Clark way out in front as she swung over the top of that drop ball. Probably a good 10 to 15 miles an hour slower than the fastball. Just a really good pitch. Foster comes back with a fastball on the outside corner, really trying to paint. Umpire decides no. Ball may have been a little down. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Clark. Eden does a good job laying off that ball. Take high. Again, full count. 6 of the 7 hitters in the game so far have gone full. Clark swings through a riser there from Foster, who sends the Lady Hawks down 1-2-3 via the strikeout. We are through an inning here at the Nest. It is Wildcats 1, Lady Hawks nothing, as Eden Clark heads back out to the circle. No runs, no hits, no errors. We're through an inning. Wildcats 1, Lady Hawks 0. So I don't know, Pat. I hate to say it, but I feel. And by the way, I meant to ask you: is everything okay with Evan? You guys were not in attendance, if I'm not mistaken, up in San Rafael. Is that right?
That's right. We weren't there to witness the carnage, fortunately, but
it wasn't pretty.
Yeah, no, everything's great.
Okay, good.
I want to say that Eden, I understand, came in for relief in that game, so I'm worried her arm could be a little tired, but.
I don't know. I mean, it was more of maybe just, quite frankly, if I had to guess, I didn't get a chance to talk to Coach Lynette about it. But I think it was more maybe just to get her, maybe an inning, so that maybe she could be loose for today. I'll tell you, I was telling Phil and anyone I've talked to about the game since, they were flat. I mean, they were just flat. I told Phil they wouldn't have beat anybody the other day, no matter who they played.
Well, they were coming off that great win over Redwood.
Yeah.
So often there's a letdown.
Yeah.
After a big victory like that.
Yeah. I mean, when you do a high school broadcast, you don't call it a hangover, but I'm a little bit different. So I was thinking, well, maybe the hangover. But, Pat, that game was played on Wednesday of the week before. So that's, Wednesday, 2 practices, and then a game against a team that you've already beaten 1-0. And, I mean, it felt like it was over before it started. They just had no pop, no zip at all. Sasso had 2 hits, including a double. Phil's over here trying to work on the scoreboard, doing the best he can. So we'll bear with him there. I think the next order might be, Phil, I don't know, is maybe walk out there and one of us walk out there and turn the thing off and turn it back on. I don't know. Comes Eden Clark, delivers to...
No, I think it's here.
Hitting for the Wildcats, number 3, Grace Behringer. Behringer squares to bunt. We're working on the scoreboard. I don't think you can see the scoreboard from the broadcast, but there are plenty of people in attendance who are looking at it. And currently it is frozen up on us, which will create frustration for Mr. Sasso. Good pitch there by Clark, swung over the top of by Behringer for a ball and 2 strikes. Nobody out here as we play MCAL softball live at the Nest. 1-0. Marin Catholic Wildcats. Drop ball down and in, misses, taken by Behringer. Lana Wilborg in the on-deck circle. Oh, good pitch there by Eden Clark. The riser again. So far they have not been able to figure out the riser. All 3 Ks have come on the riser. And Behringer was way under that pitch. Full count here to Behringer, I think. Good pitch there. Popped up over to Cobb. Puts her hands up, says, I got it. Quickly squeezes it for the first out of the inning. So Eden Clark has settled in here a little bit. Hitting for the Wildcats, designated hitter, number 50, Lana Wilborg. So in steps Lana Wilborg, daughter of Anthony Wilborg, longtime Marin County mega sports athlete, fan, dad, you name it. I'm a little bit of a Wilborg guy. Remember him from Little League Baseball. We used to exchange laughs while we'd hit our kids' fly balls and grounders. Lana here's about 7 inches taller, it feels like, than the last time I saw her. She's a good athlete here. Pat played Little League Baseball in Mill Valley. I think she's a sophomore. Do you recognize her? Did she play in your league maybe?
No, I don't know her, but you can tell she's a good athlete for sure.
Yeah, she sets her hands nice. Good pitch there, slapped way up in the air. Ava Lee not going to it. Harris going behind the bag, ranging nicely on that to retire Wilborg. Nice play there by Annika Harris. Stepping in to hit for the Wildcats, right fielder Izzy Larson.
Now, I do know Izzy Larson, and she can hit.
She can hit, he says, and she must be an underclassman, too. Nice play there by Harris. That ball continued to drift, got all the way into foul territory before she caught it. And a good pitch there from Eden Clark on the outside corner for strike one, looked at by Larson. Clark trying to go down a little bit further.
Izzy's a Mill Valley player, so
okay.
The Hawks missed out.
Hawks are missing out. Well, that happens when kids go to Marin Catholic. That ball jammed up in the air. Harris ranging back on it, and Delphine McGrain comes in nicely to do that. So Clark comes out in the second inning and does a nice job of getting 3 quick outs on 8 pitches, 1 via the K and 2 pop outs to the right side. So a good rebound there by Eden Clark. The Lady Hawks will send up their cleanup hitter first, Ava Lee. As the breeze picks up here, we'll go to the bottom of the second inning. It's 1-0 Wildcats from Marin Catholic. Yes. Hey folks, quick shout out and reminder, take a trip over to the Snack Shack specials today. In addition to hot dogs, tri-tip nachos. Yes, you heard that right. Tri-tip nachos available over there, courtesy of Lydia. Get anything else you want to drink and eat. Enjoy the game. Looks like we got a good one here, folks. So yeah, you heard it right. If you're watching and in attendance and thinking about coming down, I don't know what else you need. You got perfect weather in Marin County at the base of Mount Tamalpais on the campus of Mount Tamalpais High School. It's about 65, maybe 70 degrees, and Lydia's got tri-tip nachos and hot dogs in the snack shack on the grill. So it looks like we got a little something brewing here. I don't know what it is. We don't have a pitcher in the circle yet. Catcher's talking to the umpires, and normally at this juncture we're throwing the ball down, and maybe Malia Foster had to take a trip to the ladies' room, which is fine with us because it gives us more time to look at the most devastating practice swing in all of ladies softball in Ava Lee. Hot dogs being offered while I talk. Be hard to turn that down, I guess. You'll have to deal with me being silent for a moment. Get in line.
It's one of the fringe benefits of working in the Hawk Nest booth.
Exactly. So Foster out into the circle, taking her warm-up tosses. Her mask sits behind her. Stepping in to hit for the Lady Hawks, captain number 10, Ava Lee. So the Lady Hawks will rely on junior captain Ava Lee to get something started here as she leads off, batting in the cleanup spot. Lady Hawks down a run here in the bottom of the second inning, have yet to put their first hit on the board. Malia Foster back in the circle for the Lady Wildcats. Little spirit, little more energy coming out of the Lady Hawk dugout. I'm happy to report girls are now up on the fence. Good fastball there from Malia Foster, looked right down the middle, taken by Ava Lee. Ava's been hitting the ball very hard lately. Didn't get much going in San Rafael, but the last time she was here, she hit the ball all over the yard. That ball misses down in the zone on a little change of pace. May have been a drop ball or a change up there from Foster. Good take there by Ava Lee. Count knotted at a ball and a strike. Lee Jam smokes that ball into the right field gap. It's behind the right fielder. Lee turns the corner and goes to second for an easy stand-up double. That ball was crushed, no doubt about it. Two-hopper with a lot of hook and spin to it. Nice pop there by Ava Lee. Hitting for the Lady Hawks, center fielder, senior, number 4, Hazel Walsh. So flip-flop here in the order between seniors. Walsh moving up into the 5 spot, Cobb dropping into the 6 spot. Hazel been swinging the bat pretty well, not getting paid off as much as she has had some really good at-bats as of late. Let's see if she can parlay that into something today. Drops down a really good bunt that's fielded by the third baseman that sends Lee over to third base. So right away, Hawks got a runner in scoring position with 1 out here. Coming in to hit, senior captain number 8, Elisa Cobb. So Cobb steps in here. Ava Lee over to third base now with an out. Really good sacrifice bunt there from Hazel Walsh on the first pitch, making the third baseman field the ball, thus having to go to first base with it. Cobb takes a swing at a fastball there from Foster. Swings over the top. Quickly, no balls and a strike to Elisa. Cobb, who's been streaky, he's had some big hits for this squad this year, has been in a little bit of a slump as of late, looking to break out of it here against Foster. Ball in the dirt, that'll bring Ava Lee down the line, gets way away from the catcher, and Lee comes in to score the first run for the Lady Hawks. Cobb likes that, gives a high five to the junior captain. Clears the bases. We're knotted now at 1. Ones are wild. 1-1 here, 2-1. Score's now tied at 1. Both teams with a hit. So good to see there for the Lady Hawks. Maybe that'll relax Elisa a little bit. She can concentrate on getting the bat on the ball here. Foster a little bit now out of rhythm as that pitch misses way out of the zone. That ball completely over Elisa's head, fielded nicely by the catcher, Lila Gonzalez. So 2 balls and a strike to the senior Cobb. Looks at a pitch on the outside corner for a strike. Good pitch there from Foster. 2-2 to Cobb. 1 out here. Score tied at 1. Pat crushing his hot dog. Sasso already threw his hot dog.
Well, they're made by Lydia Cobb. They're delicious.
That's not a bad thing. I agree. Cobb strikes out on a fastball there from Foster that she swung through. Hitting for the Lady Hawks, junior number 13, left fielder, Melissa Varsity. Meanwhile, we got scoreboard issues. Phil's doing the best he can not to put the scoreboard operator above his head and throw it into the ground as it continues to frustrate. Varsity with a big cut at a fastball there from Foster. No balls and a strike to the Lady Hawk left fielder.
You don't get into the Hall of Fame for scoreboard operation, for nothing, Tony. So.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to take your lumps, right? Another fastball there from Foster, who has settled down after the double from Ava Lee. Quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. Faraday swings over the top of that pitch, and Foster quickly strikes out Cobb and Faraday to end the inning. That'll end the second inning. As we go to the top of the third inning, we are now tied at 1. 1 hit, no errors and a run. Game now tied as we move to the top of the third inning. It is 1-1.
What a hit. Sorry, go ahead, Tony.
Bear with us, folks. Hall of Fame scoreboard operator Phil Sasso is doing what he can with our scoreboard. It is 1-1. So Eden Clark, like her counterpart, tardy to the circle. Senior catcher Krista Sasso making her way behind the plate. Bear with me for a moment. Yes.
Tony watched Phil and I devour our hot dogs, but I think it's only fair that Tony gets a break here. Call it a hot dog break.
Look at the zip on Clark's ball. Hitting for the Wildcats, catcher number 11, Lila Gonzalez. So here we are, top of the third, 1-1. Number 8 hitter, catcher Lila Gonzalez steps in. Takes a ball down there. Clark wondering where that one was. Felt like that drop ball was good.
I'm gonna go try this out.
And a boy, super fan. Good, Anthony. How you doing, buddy? That ball popped over to the right side. Ball lands over the. I would actually short hop the screen over there.
Well, the nachos are flying out of the Hawks' nest.
Well, that's good too.
Snack Shack.
Yeah, I'm happy to report I've had the Lydia Cobb tri-tip nacho. The only thing better are the chicken green chili nachos, which did not come today. Maybe next time. That ball's bunted by Lila Gonzalez, picked up by Clark, quickly fires over to first base on the bunt, makes a nice play on it for the first out of the inning. Boy, she was patient on that to make sure she got it. I thought maybe she took a little bit too long, but she made a heck of a play on that. Back to the top for the Wildcats, center fielder Morgan Carlson. So Carlson steps in with an out here as the Wildcats go to the top of their lineup. Clark quickly with an out on a bunt attempt there by Lila Hernandez. Clark tries to get to the outside corner, taken by Carlson. No balls and a strike, or pardon me, 1 ball and no strikes to the leadoff hitter and center fielder for Marin Catholic, Morgan Carlson. Pitch on the outside corner. Squirts away from Sasso quickly. 2 balls and no strikes. Carlson in her first at-bat looked at 4 pitches without taking a cut. Found herself on first base. Stole second and third. And then and then on the throw scored an unearned run. Clark again missing to Carlson. It's 3 balls and no strikes. Eden shrugging her shoulders with a little bit of frustration, trying to find some rhythm Had a really good second inning. Finds herself behind here. Challenges nicely on a really good drop fastball on the outside corner for 3 balls and a strike. Might be the best pitch Clark has thrown so far today. That ball missed away. Carlson took a look at it for ball 4. Hitting for MC, shortstop Anna Held. So in steps Held, who's a handful all day long. Carlson again at first base as the Wildcats try to get something going here with 1 out in the top of the 3rd inning. Held fakes the bunt. Carlson steals. Throw from Sasso. Pletcher fields the ball up in front of second base. Maybe if she lets that ball travel a little bit, she'll have a chance. Not saying she could have got her. Carlson showing a lot of speed there, coming up, standing up. Held with a good fake bunt opportunity. I don't know, Phil, was that a ball or a strike? Little up, yeah. Held smokes that ball at Pletcher. Line drive caught right into her glove. Carlson, good job going back to the base. Nice play there by Zoe on a good pitch by Eden Clark. Swung at hard by Held. Now hitting Bella Faraday. So Clark does a good job of getting the out there for 2 outs now with Faraday and Carlson over at second base. Carlson fakes the bunt. Carlson tries to steal third. Sasso fires it down. Pletcher does a good job getting over there. That play was close at third base. Looked like Carlson faked the bunt, but the pitch was a strike. It's no balls and a strike, to Pena, or Faraday, That ball smoked right at Eden Clark, who sticks her glove out. Ball hits her right in the center of the glove, and in the spirit of self-preservation, knocks the ball down and then quickly adjusts, picks it up, and throws it to first base, stealing an RBI single from Faraday. So a really good play there from Eden Clark with 2 outs to end the top of the 3rd inning. As we move to the bottom of the 3rd, we are knotted in a good one here at 1-1. No runs, no hits, no errors. We'll go to the bottom of the 3rd inning, still tied at 1. Want to thank the TAM Boosters for the Snack Shack and its contents. Don't forget tri-tip nachos, hot dogs, anything you want to drink and chew on. We want to thank our volunteers in the Snack Shack. We want to thank executive producer Pat Terry for TAM TV. For those of you watching live, you can watch the game later and listen to it online. And for those of you out there wondering why you're not here yet, what else do you need? It's live MCAL softball at the Nest. Those are organic sounds brought to you by executive producer Pat Terry. Got me feeling like I'm out in Fayetteville watching minor league baseball. Waiting for Max Patkin to come out and start dancing on home plate. In to hit for the Lady Hawks, catcher number 12, Krista Sasso. So in steps Sasso, looking to keep it going. Couple hits up in San Rafael. A vapor trail the game before, as you've heard me say repeatedly. Looking for these arms to get extended and those hips to explode. I'm telling you now, this girl could square up a ball up in the zone and get some backspin. We'll watch it land on the other side of the red line at the top of that fence out there. Let's go, Krista. Takes a big cut at what I was talking about. Looked like a big pitch up in the zone. Normally Sasso lays off first pitch, but she took a big swing at that pitch. Strike 1 to Sasso. Del McGrain in the on-deck circle. That fastball right down the middle from Foster. Looked at by Sasso. She's quickly in a no-ball and 2-strike hole. Senior catcher looking to get something going for the Lady Hawks as we sit in the bottom of the 3rd inning tied at 1. big gust of wind comes across the diamond. Foster steps off the rubber just before she goes into the wind. Umpire calls timeout. She's got dirt in her eyes. It's breezy as we watch the cars of our lives move from left to right and right to left down Miller Avenue. They never go away. Sasso lays off that pitch up and away. Sasso has gone to a timing mechanism here with her left foot. Later in the season, she's brought it a little in, a little more open. It ensures that she gets a stride, and it has led to some violent contact as of late. Sasso check swing, just gets a piece of it, bounces off the catcher, stays alive, no balls and 2 strikes. Sasso hits the ball hard at the pitcher off of Foster's glove, who doesn't react to it at all. Kind of strange there. Foster, I don't know if she lost track of it, maybe got dirt in her eye or something, because there was 0 reaction after the ball hit off the glove. Now that ball was hit really hard by Sasso. Good job as she gets on base. Into run for Sasso. Number 2, Cece Rezakevich into hit. Right fielder Delphine McGrain. So good job there by Sasso. As we always say, hit the ball hard and make the defense execute, and that's exactly what happened. She gets paid back there with getting on first base. Junior Cece Rezakevich, a lot of speed at first base as sophomore right fielder Delphine McGrain into hit. Big cut there from McGrain at a fastball up in the zone. Foster wasting no time getting ahead. Lady Hawk leadoff hitter Annika Harris in the on-deck circle. Nobody out here with a runner at first for the Lady Hawks. McGrain swinging out a pitch way up and out of the zone. Little undisciplined hack there. Sometimes you're going to get that with McGrain. She's not up there to look at pitches, I can promise you that. A little time out here as Coach Albini out to talk to his pitcher. I'm wondering if Foster is maybe something happened out there, because her reaction after that ball from Sasso, it was almost paralyzing to her. Did you see that, Pat, when that ball?
I thought she probably just couldn't believe that someone hit her pitch.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Yeah.
It was a shocking development, but
yeah. It was strange because the ball was no more than 3 or 4 feet from her after it hit her glove, and she didn't even make a move for it. So, and now she looks like she's grimacing a little bit. I was wondering maybe if she strained something. So Albini going out, Coach Albini going out to touch base with his pitcher, and there's no change in the action. It's still Foster in the circle and McGrain at the plate with 2 strikes. McGrain hits that ball hard down the left field line, foul. So Dell continues to hack up there. I think Dell picked up another 1.5 inches since Monday. She continues to get bigger and taller and longer and stronger.
Well, that was a nice hit. Unfortunately foul, but
yeah,
if she can straighten that out.
She squared it up for sure. Again, hacking, just getting a piece of that one as it popped off. She tips it at the plate off the catcher's glove, Lila Gonzalez. Delphine McGrain going to be an integral part of this program for the next couple of seasons. She hits here in the 9 spot, but this is a blossoming player in this program. Again, McGrain up there hacking that pitch in the zone. Fights it off on the outside corner. That was a good pitch by Foster. McGrain got a piece of it to stay alive. No balls and 2 strikes to Dell.
Good time to give a shout out to the Duct Tape Corporation once again for keeping our camera in place.
Duct tape. I've heard Pat suggest that maybe the Almighty has something to do with duct tape. That ball, change up. McGrain rolls it over to first base, and second baseman moves over to cover nicely just in time. Close play over there as Selena Pena comes over to cover. So runner does advance there with an out. Excuse me, on the fielder's choice. Back to the top for the Lady Hawks. Second baseman number 15, Annika Harris. So McGrain hits a ball that the first baseman was hesitant on and made the play. I thought she was going to go to first on her own, and if she did, she would not have beat Dell, and she made a good little toss there to second baseman, over to cover wisely for the out. Harris squares to bunt, drops a good bunt, fielded by Foster. CC pinch runner moves over to third base. That'll bring up Zoe Pletcher with 2 outs on a good bunt there by Harris. Now hitting number 1, captain, shortstop, Zoe Pletcher. So Hawks, I think, have a feeling that, it's not a couple more runs from either team might be what it takes here. So let's get a runner at third, maybe get a pass ball, maybe get a ball in the dirt from Zoe, get an infield single, anything you can here. That ball in the outside corner, Zoe moving up to the front of the box in slap style. Good take there from Zoe quickly. 1 ball and no strikes to the junior captain. Got her wand in her hand. Swinging off of her front foot there as she moves to the front of the box. Pletcher. A ball and a strike. Zoe having a great season in the 2 spot, playing immaculate shortstop, hitting north of 500, getting on base, scoring a lot of runs. Lays off that pitch on the outside corner, looked at for strike 2. Good pitch there from Foster. A ball and 2 strikes here with 2 outs and a runner at third. Scoreboard appears to have shook off its angst and is now working again for us. Pletcher running to the front of the box, swings over that pitch for strike 3 to end the bottom of the 3rd inning. We'll move to the top of the 4th inning. We are still tied 1-1 here at the Nest. No runs, no hits, no errors. We'll move to the top of the 4th inning, still tied at 1. Okay, folks, welcome back to the Nest here as we go to the top of the 4th inning. In to hit for the Wildcats will be Selena Pena, second baseman, hitting in the 4th spot. Hitting for the Wildcats, number 22, Selena Pena. So Eden Clark back in the circle here. We're live at the Nest, top of 4, tied at 1. Eden Clark, no hesitation, good fastball, launched by Pena, sky high up and over the screen and into the bleachers.
That almost hit Eden Clark's
Hawks.
mom.
All right, not a good idea. Good pitch there from Clark to get ahead early. Tries to go to the outside corner, take by Pena for ball one. This is a good hitter, their cleanup hitter.
I don't think you want to hit the pitcher's mom with a foul ball. That's just going to
That's bad
get her
karma.
going.
Yeah. Eden tries to come inside and down, nods her head and acknowledges the miss. Pena doesn't look like she swings at bad pitches. This girl looks like she's got a real good idea of what she's trying to do in the box. It's 2 balls and a strike. Takes a big cut at a pitch there. A big grin there from Eden Clark. I think that might have been the curveball, and that ball was thrown perfectly. Good call by Sasso there. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the Wildcat second baseman. That ball grounded over to Pletcher, who fields it easily, fires it across a rocket to Ava Lee for the first out of the inning. So a good pitch there by Eden Clark. Quickly finds herself 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. Hitting for the Wildcats, pitcher Malia Foster. So in steps Foster here with 1 out. Swings at a fastball there from Eden Clark, fouls it straight back. I do believe Eden Clark has kind of fallen into the zone and might be, I feel like any rhythm or tempo we're looking for, she has found. Just missing on pitches. If she's missing, gets a good call there from the umpire on a pitch. Looked like it might have been a little down and away. However, like you'd say, you get into a rhythm here, ladies softball, and start throwing pitches around the zone. That time, Clark decides to pull the string big time. And, I mean, big time. That ball drifted across home plate. I guess it was a little bit high. Foster was fooled for sure. A ball and 2 strikes to the Wildcat pitcher. This time, Clark tries to bust her up and in on the hands. Foster does a good job taking that pitch, knotting the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes as the Wildcats hit here with 1 out in the top of the 4th inning live at the Nest. Good pitch there from Eden Clark on the outside corner. Strikes out Foster for the 2nd out of the inning. Now hitting for the Wildcats, playing first base, number 3, Grace Behringer. So in steps the 5 hitter for the Wildcats, Grace Behringer. Clark throws the riser, misses up and away, or up and in, excuse me, taken by Behringer. A pitch down and in for 2 balls and no strikes. I'll tell you, there's some long arms and some long legs and some big swing arc on this young lady here. If this girl can get her hands free, she's got a lot of pop for sure. That ball hits her right in the thigh as that ball escaped Eden Clark and hits Behringer in the leg, sends her down to first base. Hitting for the Wildcats, designated hitter number 50, Lana Wilborg. So in steps the designated hitter, Lana Wilborg, goes down to touch base with her coach. Behringer down at first after getting plunked by Clark. Wilborg squares to bunt. Nobody there at second base on the steal. Nobody there at all. That was a good throw by Sasso. So Behringer down at second now with 2 outs. Wilborg makes the defense adjust with the fake bunt. I'd expect her to do it again. I do believe it was a strike. That ball fouled up and over the screen. Foul down the right side over the Wildcat dugout. Our friends from the north are circling. That ball hit really high up into left field. No problem for Melissa Faraday, who grabs it for the third out of the inning, fires it home just in case. Eden Clark, one base runner on a hit by pitch. Pop out and a strikeout, quickly out of the top of the fourth inning. We move to the bottom of the fourth inning. We are tied at 1. Do a quick shout out here to our friends to the north. We'll never forget about the Groveland parents in Canada. We've got Aunt Monica and husband Frank also in Canada. Everybody in Ontario.
And the George family as well.
The George family, located where?
I believe outside Ontario.
Oh, we have three
families
in Ontario. How ironic is that? I mean, could we be farther away from Ontario without crossing an ocean?
Well, the Great Lakes, they're pretty big.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But how many fans do we need to establish a fan club?
1.
Just one, right?
Just one.
Okay.
Yeah, we have one, for sure. For sure. In to hit for the Lady Hawks. Pitcher number 9, Eden Clark. So Lady Hawks looking to get something going here in the bottom of the fourth inning as they bring up the meat of their order. In the 3-spot, Eden Clark, who has settled down, gave up a run in the first inning and has really not been threatened since. There's an opportunity for her to help herself out. Junior captain Ava Lee sits behind her in the on-deck circle. Clark almost offered at that pitch on a riser from Foster, drifted out of the zone. Eden does a good job to take that pitch, take the lead in the count. 1 ball and no strikes. Clark with a good cut at that fastball, just a little tardy on it, fouled it back into the right, into the screen. Good pitch there from Foster. In another tight one at the nest. Clark hits that ball on a one-hopper to the second baseman, who mishandles it. Took her eye off it a little bit, and Clark is the benefactor. Finds herself at first base. Quickly throwing hands up, calling timeout for a pinch runner.
That was a can of corn that turned into
run else for Clark. Number 16, Evan Terry.
Uh-oh.
So the speedy sophomore Evan Terry comes in, courtesy runner for the Lady Hawk pitcher. Now hitting for the Hawks, Ava Lee. And in steps our cleanup hitter, Ava Lee, playing first base today. Smoked a double into the right field gap her last time. And whips a ball down the left field line.
Oh, that could be a run.
Laser beam.
That could be a run.
That stays in play. Terry stops at third base. I can't tell if that turned into a ground rule double or not. Either way, Ava Lee standing at second base. Terry all the way over to third on a ball that was just crushed by Ava Lee. Now hitting for the Lady Hawks, center fielder Hazel Walsh. So keep your eyes open here. With the speed of Terry at third, I wouldn't be surprised if we see some activity here via the short game. Maybe Hazel Walsh gets a bunt down and we can take advantage of some speed here. Or not. Or we can have Hazel Walsh take a big cut at a fastball and that land into the chest of the umpire. Oh, yeah. Walsh takes that ball way up. Terry with a lead over at third, bringing Lila Gonzalez, the catcher, out to double check her.
Hazel had a nice bunt earlier in the game, I believe.
She did. Good sacrifice bunt. If you're going to bunt here, you want to push it at the first baseman. Hazel takes another good cut right on that. A ball and 2 strikes to the senior center fielder. Come on, Hazel. Chance here for the Hawks to break this one open a little bit. Sure do need to get a run here with nobody on and 2 runners in scoring position. Walsh swings through that pitch, fouled into the glove of Gonzalez, who squeezes it for the first out of the inning. So a tough break there from Hazel. Hitting for the Hawks, Elisa Cobb. So in steps Cobb with 1 out. Terry still over at third. Lee after the double at second. Coach Don Smith deciding not to bunt here. Cobb up there to swing away as of right now. No signs coming from Hall of Fame coach Don Smith, who's looking for his hitters to swing away in this one. Cobb looks at ball 2, way out of the zone. Foster missing badly with their first 2 to Cobb. I got to tell you, Pat, I would be trying to get this run in via the bunt if I were calling the shots here.
Well, the Hawks were bunting earlier in the game.
Yeah. Cobb looks at that for ball 3.
Good eye by Cobb.
Yeah, 3 balls and no strikes. We would expect the senior captain to be taking all day here. Faking the bunt. Ball misses up and away. 4 balls to Cobb. Bases now loaded with 1 out. Stepping in to hit, left fielder number 13, Melissa Varsity. This is the opportunity we've been looking for all season with this young lady who continues to grind and stay locked in. Varsity hitting in the 8th spot. Bases loaded here with an out. Varsity with a big cut on a fastball there from Foster. Had a good rip. You don't hear me say it too often. This girl deserves it. This girl deserves it. One of the hardest working young ladies in all of Marin County. Good job, good discipline there. Melissa looks locked in, always focused. This girl can really hit. Foster pounding the ball into her glove. She puts her foot on the bump and into the wind she goes. Little erratic here as of late. That ball missed way up and out of the zone. 2 balls and a strike to Varsity here. Lady Hawks with the bases loaded and 1 out. Bottom of the 4th inning in a game tied at 1. Varsity, another fastball, just missed. Boy, she had a good cut at that one, didn't she, Phil? Just missed it. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Varsity here. Crowd sitting behind us in support of the Hawks are sitting on the edge of their seats, somewhat silent. Varsity hits a ground ball over to first base, through the legs of the first baseman to bring home the first run. Ball comes over the catcher's head. Gonzalez, who gets a break, ball bounces right back to her. Ava Lee does a great job of not over pushing that and coming down the line, held up there to keep the rally alive. So Varsity does what we always talk about. Get up there, grind, keep fouling pitches off, and then put the ball in play and make the defense execute. I didn't really see it. It was blocked out here by, I couldn't see through the umpire. Did that ball go through her legs? Or close?
It did.
It
Yep.
did. Okay, so yeah, if the ball goes through your legs, we got to call that an error. Now hitting for the Hawks, catcher Krista Sasso. So Sasso in a big opportunity here with the bases loaded as the Hawks have taken the lead 2-1. One out here to the senior catcher Krista Sasso. Way up and out of the zone by Foster, who you hear me talk about rhythm and tempo all the time. Looks like she's trying to find it right now a little bit, pounding that ball into her glove. Ooh, good fastball there from Foster. Taken by Sasso, a ball and a strike to the senior catcher.
Right here, girl.
Sasso looks at another fastball right down the middle from Foster, a ball and 2 strikes to the senior captain.
You got this, girl.
Krista choked up big on the bat there. That ball misses down in the dirt, stopped nicely by the catcher Gonzalez. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Sasso here. Hitting in the 8th spot, Delphine McGrain in the on-deck circle. Bases loaded, 1 out here for the Lady Hawks as they try to break this one open. Sasso battling, just gets a piece of that, fouls it back. The ever stoic Sasso. She's never 2 up, she's never 2 down. Just out there grinding. Foster pounding that ball into the glove, trying to find the right answer. Sasso up there to hack. Good off-speed pitch there from Foster. Threw her best changeup of the game, and Sasso way out in front and aggressive. Swung over the top of it for the 2nd out. Now hitting for the Lady Hawks, right fielder Delphine McGrain. So in steps McGrain here, bases loaded, 2 outs. Foster gets the K she needed, and now we're up with Dell at the plate. Ball on the outside corner, looked at by McGrain.
Looked outside.
Looked like outside from Pat Terry, who sits more behind home plate than all of us. Umpire, however, called it a strike. Quickly, Delphine finds herself no balls and a strike here. Foster, big deep breath, foot on the bump, and here she comes into the wind. McGrain slams that ball down the left field line and foul. Hits the ball hard, no balls and 2 strikes to McGrain. Excuse me. McGrain with a big cut at a fastball up in the zone. So Foster gets out of it. She's got the bases loaded with 1 out and was able to K Sasso and McGrain to end the inning. Lady Hawks put one on the board, though, to take the lead 2-1 as we move here to the top of the 5th inning. It's top of 5, right?
Yeah, top of the 5th.
No hits, an error, and a run. We'll go to top of 5. Lady Hawks 2, Wildcats 1. Those are the organic sounds coming from Pat Terry, executive producer. It's top of 5 here. 7-hitter Izzy Larson up for the Wildcats. Hitting for the Wildcats, right fielder Izzy Larson. Eden Clark on the bump, now with the lead. Ball way down low, squirts through the legs of Sasso. Ball 1. Scoreboard again under siege with a mind of its own. Good fastball there, must have just missed a little high. Quickly 2 balls and no strikes to the Wildcat right fielder, Izzy Larson. Eden wasting no time. Good fastball right down the middle for strike 1. Larson faking to bunt there, bringing Lee and Cobb screaming down the lines. 2 balls and a strike. Ball misses from Clark badly, up and away. 3 balls and a strike. You don't want to walk the leadoff hitter here. Good pitch there from Eden Clark. Good drop ball. Did you see the drop on that pitch, Phil? Woo. That pitch is nice. Full count here to Larson. I would expect Clark to be challenging here. And she does, right down the middle for strike 3. Looked at and froze Larson. Great pitch and great comeback there from Eden Clark for the first out of the inning. Now hitting catcher Lila Gonzalez. So Clark doing a good job of coming back on Larson after going 3 balls. Now looking at the Wildcat catcher Lila Gonzalez. Good fastball there from Eden Clark on the outside corner, looked at by Gonzalez for strike 1. You know the drill with Eden Clark. Trip to the rosin bag, foot on the bump, sign from Sasso, and let's go. Good pitch on the outside corner, just missed for ball 1, looked at by Gonzalez. Sasso in shock. 1 ball and a strike, I do believe. Inside pitch, just missed. 2 balls and a strike. Sasso held it there for a minute in an effort to get it framed. It's 2 balls and a strike here to Gonzalez. That ball hit right back at Clark, off of her hand and into center field. That ball was hit hard by Gonzalez. Eden tried to get a glove on it, it just got through her. Hitting for the Wildcats, Morgan Carlson. So back to the top for the Wildcats with Morgan Carlson, who squares to bunt on a fastball. Ball's thrown down on the stolen base. Bobbled there by Pletcher a little bit. Gonzalez slides into second with the stolen base. I do believe the ball, it was a ball on the outside. Oh no, she did call it a strike. So the leadoff hitter Carlson fakes the bunt. And this time, Gonzalez goes again. Ball bobbled at the plate. Strike 2, I do believe, to Carlson. So the Wildcats running around the bases here. Oh, a ball and a strike. That pitch looked like it was right there. Right. That ball's bunted foul by Carlson. A ball and 2 strikes there. Little fog starting to come over the top of Mount Tam, as it's been known to do at this time of the day. The temperature's dropping pretty quickly, even though the sun is still upon us. That ball's hit high in the air and deep. McGrain underneath it, off of her glove, picks it up. Oh, pardon me. That ball was caught by McGrain. A great catch by McGrain. Gonzalez tags from third to score. Umpire got in my way. Boy, I didn't see that. Did you see that, Pat? What a catch by Marin to haul that ball in over her shoulder. Wow.
Yeah, that was a nice catch.
Wow, big catch. Hitting now for the Wildcats, shortstop, Anna Held. So the Hawks give up a run on the sac fly, but a great catch there from Del McGrain, who went a long ways to get that ball and back on a ball that was hit high up into the wind. Clark resetting now with Held. Good fastball swung at hard by Held, who fouls it straight back on a good pitch by Eden. So again, another tight one here at the Nest. We're tied at 2 now. Back and forth affair. 1 run here, 1 run there. The ball misses away. Ball fouled up and over the screen into the MC stands. A ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs here to Held. This would be a big out here if Eden Clark can stop the bleeding right here. Looks like Eden held onto that ball a little bit too long. Looked a little indecisive before she decided to throw that pitch. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to the MC shortstop. Almost offered it that pitch as it glided up and out of the zone. Full count now.
Oh, that was a
good pitch there. Strike 3. Oh no, called it ball 4? Oh. And to hit for the Wildcats, Bella Faraday. So on a pitch that looked like strike 3, I thought it was just dropped by Sasso and had to be thrown down, but it was ball 4. Sasso throwing it down. Got it!
Oh.
Sasso throws out. Good play there by Krista Sasso. The Wildcats been running wild all day today. Anna Held with both hands up in the air, claiming she didn't get tagged. Pletcher with a great catch and sweep tag to catch Held for the 3rd out of the inning to end the rally there on a huge contribution from the Tam High catcher, Krista Sasso, who is stuck with the process all year long, finally getting some payback there on her 2nd thrown out of the season. And a little lesson for the rest of MCAL who thinks you can come out and continue to run on this squad. If you didn't get a good look at that, Sasso wasted no time and threw a seed down to throw out one of the fastest players in the county trying to steal second base. Big time out, or big out there to end the inning. So, folks, again, as of late, if there's softball going down at the Nest, it's going to be close. Good MCAL matchup here between 2 playoff teams, tied at 2. We move to the bottom of the 5th inning. Lady Hawks have their leadoff on. What's that, Phil? Long inning resulting in only a run. As I mentioned earlier, temperatures dropping quickly, wind is picking up. It always plays in near the end of these games. Who can deal with what's going on as the game changes around you the best? This is a chance where the Lady Hawks, a lot of times in this situation, Takes them a while to get into the game, but, you know, the senior leadership on this team often finds themselves in a position to cool themselves down and prevail late in the game. Let's see how this one unfolds. Hitting for the Lady Hawks, second baseman Annika Harris. So in steps Harris, leadoff hitter, trying to get something going for the Lady Hawks. Annika, very aggressive, swings at a ball way up and out of the zone. She's often very, very patient. However, she's due. Little bit, but you know me. Get the ball in play, make them execute. Good changeup there from Foster. A really good off-speed pitch. The bottom of it drops out. Harris had a big cut at it. Quickly, no balls and 2 strikes to the Lady Hawks second baseman and leadoff hitter Annika Harris. That ball's right out in front of Foster. Little lazy fly ball, fielded easily for the first out of the inning. Hitting for the Lady Hawks, Zoe Pletcher. So we need Zoe to do what she do, just get on base one of 2 ways, by the walk or put the ball on the ground and let the wheels take over. Zoe has yet to make contact with the ball and put it in play today. Lays off of a fastball in the outside corner for strike 1. Foster lets that ball really go. May have held on to it for a little too long. Went way up and out of the zone over Pletcher's head for 1 ball and 1 strike here. Come on, Zoe. Big cut there from Pletcher. Of course, it was Pletcher who had the big base hit to get the inning started in the bottom of the 6th inning in Redwood. Beat out an infield single to one of the best shortstops in the county. And then, of course, we know Eden Clark hit a double to the wall to give us the 1 run, enough to win that game. Pletcher, a little off balance there, it looks like. Maybe in a little bit of a funk. You know, it looks a little unstable.
In between the slap hit and the regular swing, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. I'd like her to put that left foot in the ground and then just turn on one. Look at all that room down the right field line. Again, sort of just whiffing at that ball in the outside corner off of her front foot. 2 outs. Hitting for the Hawks, pitcher Eden Clark.
I think if Zoe kept her weight back, really turned on that.
Yeah.
She's going for the forward momentum like a slap hit.
Yeah.
Getting caught in between.
Way in between. I agree with you, Pat. It's an in-between type of thing. Got to commit to one or the other, right? That ball hit way up in the air, right over near us. And the catcher, Lila Gonzalez, leaves her mask on and makes that play look easy as she comes over and fields the pop foul to end the bottom of the 5th inning for the Lady Hawks, who go sheepishly 1-2-3. Clark fouling out. We'll go to the top of the 6th inning. We're knotted at 2. No runs, no hits, no errors. Top of the 6th inning. We are knotted at 2. If you're getting cold, there's things in the shack that can help you. Tri-tip nachos, hot dogs. I think there's soup over there, might even be hot chocolate. Stop on by and have something to drink, something to eat. Thanks again for coming out and enjoying this great MCAL softball game. So there's a certain somberness that has kind of made its way over this ballpark, much like the fog that is now starting to encapsulate Mount Tam. Like sort of a groggy almost that's taken over the game here.
Well, if we had more cameras, we could show the viewers the fog creeping over the hills here and bringing in this cold air.
That's my executive producer being somewhat passive-aggressive in the absence of the other 2 cameras that were promised to us, along with instant replay. Oh, well.
We're working on it.
We did get new headsets, and these are pretty nice, that's for sure.
I want to mention that Malia Foster is actually a freshman.
Oh, is she really?
I think we said she was a sophomore. So, I mean,
thank you for that, Pat. Wow.
She's a fantastic pitcher.
Wow. Well, I'll tell you what, Marin Catholic's got to be excited about their future with having that young lady on the bump for the next 3 years. My goodness. In to hit for the Wildcats. Third baseman, Bella Faraday. So the meat of the order up for the Wildcats as they try to get going here. Eden Clark back on the bump. Good fastball there from Eden Clark. Swung through by Faraday. Tipped a little bit at the plate. Sasso squeezed it. Eden Clark to the rosin bag, to the bump, and into the wind. Wasting no time. Same pitch, same place. Looked at this time by Faraday to knot the count at a ball and a strike. That ball hit straight up in the air and foul. One hopper into Audie Alley. A little bit of a dink off of a Volkswagen parked in the wrong spot. A ball and 2 strikes. Clark continuing to pound the zone. The senior, so impressive. Good pitch there by Eden Clark. Faraday just getting a piece of it, fouling it back. Boy, I tell you, Eden Clark, just every single time she takes the bump, gives you everything she has, gets better as the innings go on. Shaking Sasso off, looking for her pitch. Off-speed pitch, grounded to Cobb over at third. Quickly picks it up, throws it in the dirt. Pulls Ava Lee off the base. A little reluctance there from Cobb. She didn't really throw the ball, kind of aimed it, guided it over there. That'll give the Wildcats a base runner here with nobody out. Hitting for the Wildcats, second baseman Selena Pena. So Clark gets the ground ball. Cobb comes up, throws it across, pulls Lee off the bag. That ball hit up in the air to Cobb, who's underneath it to grab it, squeezes it for the out, fires it back to Clark. Quickly, there's an out. Now hitting for the Wildcats, pitcher Malia Foster. So freshman pitcher Malia Foster coming up to hit down the line to talk to Coach Albini here with 1 out. Eden Clark, trip to the rosin bag, foot's going on the bump, sign from Sasso and into the wind. Squaring to bunt is Foster. Sasso throws it down. Pletcher stops it on the stolen base there from Faraday. Wraps her body around the bag. Ball 1, it looked like there to Foster. Good pitch there from Eden Clark on a rise ball. Foster swung underneath it for a ball and a strike. Clark now pitching 4 strikeouts. Can't afford to have any base runners move anymore. Gets a good fastball there. Another pitch. Clark with a little bit of an attitude now, pounding the ball into her glove. A ball and 2 strikes. That pitch swung through. Cobb dropping the ball from Sasso. The drop third strike means that Foster goes down to first base. So the oil is getting leaked here heavily by the Hawks here. The runner is out. Foster calls the runner out. The umpire calls the runner out at first base. second out. There's a runner now at third with 2 outs.
So what happened there, Tony?
Yes.
Why was she out?
I don't know. I thought on a drop third strike. I don't. Okay. So what we had there was a drop third strike and a runner stealing third. Sasso picked up the ball and threw it to third. And apparently that stops the ability for the runner to go to first base on the drop third strike. I haven't seen that play in a very long time. And to be honest with you, I don't know how it's ruled in ladies softball. Hitting for the Wildcats, Grace Behringer. So a break there for the Lady Hawks, it appears. Yes, ball 1. Clark. Ball squirts off the glove of Sasso. That'll bring in the run. So Faraday scores on the pass ball there. An unfortunate break for the Lady Hawks, who have self-inflicted themselves into the loss of this lead as the Wildcats take a 3-2 lead here in the top of the 6th inning. Clark 2 balls and no strikes on Behringer. Ball on the inside corner misses. It's now 3 balls and a strike. Clark looking to and needing to regroup here. Pounds the ball to her glove. That ball's fouled straight up in the air off of the backstop. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Grace Behringer, the first baseman from Marin Catholic. That ball fouled at the plate. Good fastball there. Maybe a drop ball from Eden Clark. Off-speed pitch there from Eden Clark. Changeup, a little bit high, definitely froze. Behringer watched it go by. That ball, Behringer up there battling. That was a good fastball. She just got a piece of it, fouled it back. Good matchup here between the senior captain, Eden Clark, and the first baseman for the Wildcats, Grace Behringer. Long arms, long legs. Swings through a riser from Clark, who gets out of the inning, shaking her hand, shaking her head. Hawks need to shake that off, forget about it. Go out, get it back. It's 3-2 Wildcats as we move to the bottom of the 6th inning. No hits, an error or 2, and a run. Wildcats take the lead as we move to the bottom of the 6th inning, 3-2. So again, we are knotted in a tight one here at the nest. Some defensive woes there. Cobb throwing across the diamond, pulling Lee off the bag. Cobb dropping a ball on a drop third strike that Sasso threw down to third base. It looked to me like she would have had the runner dead to rights. And then run came home on a pass ball. So the Hawks score a run for the 2nd time in this game without putting the bat on the ball. Wind is picked up here. Coming in, you think, Pat?
It's coming in from the ocean. Yeah. It's a little cold, but we have a good omen. Zoe Pletcher's dog, Moby, is here.
Moby is here and looking like we need salty. We need salty Moby Dick. So freshman Malia Foster finishes her tosses, Catcher Gonzalez throws it down. The Wildcats convene at the Hill, and the most violent practice swing in the history of ladies softball is going down in front of us in Ava Lee. Lee, who has crushed the ball 2 times today, once to right, once to left, both for doubles. If there was ever a time we wanted Ava Lee at the plate, it's right now. Hitting for the Hawks, Ava Lee. So freshman pitcher Malia Foster is yet to figure out Ava Lee. Waving off Gonzalez twice. Off-speed pitch, decides to go off-speed changeup to Ava Lee. Ball missed down in the zone as Lee got a very long look at that pitch. Lee smashes the ball off of the thigh of the third baseman. Ball goes into foul territory, which means an automatic ground rule double, her 3rd double of the day. I didn't even see that ball get out of here. It got out of here so quickly. So again, Lee doing her part with a stand-up ground rule double. That'll bring up Hazel Walsh. Time in the game as Coach Albini makes his way slowly to the circle. He asks for all of his infielders to come in as he prepares for what's coming next.
That was a rocket.
That was a Stinger missile. You know how hard that hits. If that hits a third baseman and the ball leaves the field of play, there's a lot of room between the line and out of play.
Yeah, when you combine the speed of the Malia fastball, Malia Foster fastball with Ava's bat.
Yeah, it's just a rocket. So a lot of things going on here with a runner at second and nobody out. Senior Hazel Walsh at the plate. Hitting for the Hawks, number 4, Hazel Walsh. So Hazel up here in a big spot. Ava Lee, after the double, stands at second base. Lady Hawks down 3-2 here, bottom of the 6th inning, live at the Nest. Walsh goes to bunt that ball. Gonzalez, the catcher, comes out, makes a good play to field it. And Ava Lee wisely stays at second base and does not get doubled off. Hitting for the Hawks, Elisa Cobb. So Cobb, who walked in her last at-bat on 4 pitches, up against the freshman Malia Foster. Ava Lee standing out there at second base where we are accustomed to seeing her. Cobb takes a big cut at a fastball there from Foster, gets a piece of it, goes into the glove of Gonzalez. No balls and a strike to Cobb with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Cobb fouls that pitch straight back on a good cut on a fastball. No balls and 2 strikes to Cobb. This is where, as Elisa's father, I would be hoping that Foster hits and decides to throw changeup, because Elisa sits on changeups. So let's see. No balls and 2 strikes here to Elisa Cobb. Cobb, good cut at a fastball there, battling now. No balls and 2 strikes, fouls that pitch back. Can't say enough about this Malia Foster in the circle today. Boy, she's long, strong, and a freshman. Cobb hits that ball down the right field line towards the right fielder, into the glove of the right fielder.
Sure why we weren't running on that.
1 out.
Yeah,
tag.
That's pretty deep.
Pretty deep, yeah. Hitting for the Hawks, left fielder Melissa Varsity. So Cobb flies to right. Pat thinks we should have been tagging.
Tagging and running.
Tagging and running. Pass ball, get us tied. But neither here nor there. Varsity in now with 2 outs. That ball down and away for a ball. Hall of Fame scoreboard operator Phil Sasso again expressing frustration as the ancient scoreboard operating system of the Lady Hawks again goes on the fritz. Varsity popping that ball into foul territory, pursued mightily by Behringer, the first baseman. 1-1 now to Varsity.
I don't want to second guess Hall of Fame coach Smith over there. I'm sure he saw something I didn't.
Ooh, good fastball there from Foster. Just missed. Melissa might have caught a break there. That was a really good looking pitch. 2 balls and a strike to our left fielder who is due. Come on, Melissa. Good look there by Melissa. Ball way up and out of the zone. 3 balls and a strike here to Varsity. Temperature now dropping 1 degree per minute. Fastball on the inside corner misses. Varsity works the walk. That'll bring up senior catcher Krista Sasso with 2 outs here. Runner in scoring position. Lady Hawks down a run. Hitting for the Hawks, Krista Sasso. So good time for Sasso to get well. Sasso looks at a ball way up and out of the zone. That ball missing down and in. That's 5 in a row from Foster. Sasso showing good patience up here. 2 balls and no strikes to the senior catcher. Sasso hits the ball hard over at the shortstop. Bunch of overspin. Throws over to first base. Makes a nice play to retire Sasso at first for the 3rd out of the inning. We'll go to the top of the 7th inning. The Wildcats holding on to a 1-run lead. It is 3-2 Marin Catholic. One hit, no errors, no runs. We'll go to the top of the 7th inning. It is Marin Catholic 3, Tamalpais 2. So as we sit here live at the Nest, senior Eden Clark makes her way back into the circle. 3-2 Marin Catholic. They'll send up their designated hitter Wilborg in the 6th spot, followed by Larson and Gonzalez. So I guess you get what you want ultimately here, Phil. You get 7, 8, and 9 at least from MC. Try and keep this, to no runs. Oh, absolutely. Her name is Wilborg. I mean, if you know Anthony. It doesn't matter. You put something in Anthony's hand and throw a ball near him, it's getting hit hard. We know this. The organic sounds being provided to you by executive producer Pat Terry as we Watch Eden Clark finish her warm-up pitches. Coach Albini from Marin Catholic making his way over to third base. Quick shout out to our coach Lynette Ingloff, not here today, attending the wedding of Coach Zoe in Mexico. Big congratulations to Coach Zoe and his family. Hitting for the Wildcats, designated hitter Lana Wilborg. So in steps designated hitter Lana Wilborg. First pitch is skied up in the air. Harris moves back on it. And Delphine McGrain calls her off as she comes in and grabs that ball for the first out of the inning. Hitting for the Cats, right fielder Izzy Larson. So one pitch, one out here from Eden Clark on a nice play there from Delphine McGrain. Good fastball there from Eden Clark, looked at by Larson for strike one. Eden in one of her grooves, trip to the rosin bag, foot's on the bump. Wind is coming, into the wind she goes. That ball's bunted out in front of home plate, picked up by Lee, fires to Harris for the second out of the inning on a great play from Ava Lee, and Harris getting over to second base and into position on a great bunt by Izzy Larson, but Lee coming down the line to make that play. Very, very impressive. Hitting for the Cats, catcher Lila Gonzalez. So the Hawks dodge a bullet there on a great play by Ava Lee. Two pitches, two outs here, top of the sixth inning. Good fastball there from Eden Clark on the outside corner. Great play, just a great play. And look how far Harris had to go to get there. That ball swung at by the catcher Gonzalez. Pitch was up and out of the zone. Aggressive cut, quickly no balls and two strikes as Clark tries to get out of this inning and give her Hawks a chance in the bottom of the seventh inning. We're here live at the Nest. Top of the seventh inning, MC 3, Lady Hawks 2. Off-speed pitch, hit over to Pletcher on a hop, fires it over to Ava Lee for the third out of the inning. The Lady Hawks do a great job coming out and holding the Wildcats to 3-2 as they're down to their final three outs and a chance to tie this game or walk it off. Again, has been recent, as it has been, lately, as if I could even speak. You know, I'm supposed to be the one who talks, Pat. Here we are in the seventh inning again. This will be the third consecutive one-run game we've seen here. Either way, it's going to be a one-run game, unless it goes into some weird extra vibe, which I guess we never know. But really been really tight here. I think we 1-0 against Redwood. Pinole Valley was a one-run game. This is a one-run game.
Well, we missed some opportunities in this game.
Yes,
for sure. But we played tough, and again, Malia Foster is pitching a great game.
Both pitchers are pitching a great game. I mean, believe it or not, all three of the runs are unearned from MC.
Yeah, Eden has pitched a great game as usual.
Right. She really has. She's having a great senior season. She just seems to get better, too, as the game goes along. But
well, she's a smart pitcher. She puts the ball in different places around the plate. If she has the right umpire, she gets the right calls.
Yep. No, you're right. She's very she's out there pitching. She really knows what she's doing. She's looking for weaknesses in hitters. She looks at hitters, how they swing at pitches. So freshman Malia Foster finishing up her practice throws. The Wildcats will meet in the circle. Right fielder Delphine McGrain, the 9-hitter, will stand in. We need one base runner to get to Clark and two to get to Lee. Hitting for the Lady Hawks, right fielder Delphine McGrain. So McGrain has made some really good plays out in right field today and has definitely had some good cuts and hacks up there today. This would be a good time for Del to get on base here. Got to get on before you can score. McGrain with a big cut. Foster wasting no time, throws the fastball right down the middle, challenges McGrain, who had a big swing at it. Another fastball, top of the zone. McGrain swings through it. It's quickly no balls and 2 strikes to Dell. Ball on the outside corner, looked at by McGrain for strike 3 in the first out of the inning. Hitting for the Lady Hawks, Annika Harris. So that'll bring up the Lady Hawk leadoff hitter, Annika Harris. Annika way overdue. Ball's hit hard towards second base, off the arm of the second baseman, Harris. So just as I said, long overdue. Annika hits the ball hard and now finds herself standing at first base. Hitting for the Hawks, shortstop, Zoe Pletcher. So that's what we needed to get to Clark. And then Ava Lee. Coach Don Smith calling time here to talk to Zoe Pletcher. We got a pinch runner coming in. It looks like Don Smith is going to utilize some of his speed. That looks like is that Addie Covey or is that Groveland?
That's Leah Groveland going into pinch run.
Oh
no,
going to coach third base. Okay.
Coach first base.
First base, pardon me. So Pletcher at the plate, Harris at first. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Zoe with a bunt. Thrown out at first. Harris over to second. 2 outs now. Hitting for the Hawks, pitcher Eden Clark. So Eden finding herself again in a situation with a bat in her hand and a chance to put her stamp on the game. Clark hits the ball hard right at Foster, fields it, throws it over to Behringer at first base, and that'll end it. Lady Hawks go down for the first time at the Nest, 3-2 to MC. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, for a real good MCAL softball game. Marin Catholic Wildcats come out on top, 3-2. We want to thank Coach Albini and his squad for coming by. Good game, ladies. Leah Foster with the win. We'll see you next time, folks. So, the Lady Hawks go down for the first time at the Nest in a game where they don't give up an earned run. So, after looking flat and a little bit out of it against San Rafael and losing 7-1, they do bounce back and play Marin Catholic tough. But they might have left one out there today. What do you think, Pat?
I think they probably left one out there, but you know, it was a tough game.
Yeah.
Marin Catholic played well. It was tight the whole game. The pitchers both threw a good game, so you know, it could have gone either way.
It definitely, that's a good way to put it. It definitely could have gone either way. So we've got, what do we got? 2 left, 2 conference games left. with San Marin and Archie Williams. So not going to be easy to stop the slide. The good news is both games are at the Nest. So we'll be back here next Monday, the 5th, for Little Hawks Day. So for those of you watching and or listening and you're around, this is where we celebrate the program, expose the program to younger players in the county. Come and enjoy the experience. It's always a fun time. We'll have a guest broadcaster. We'll have a guest bat girl. We'll have some raffle prizes. It'll be a real good time. The food will be great. And then on Wednesday, in the regular season finale against Archie Williams, will be senior night, so we will celebrate our seniors. There are 8 seniors on this squad, so we will be busy. So if you get a chance, come on down to the Nest and enjoy. Give a quick shout out for everyone. And 2 left before we go into the MCAL playoffs, and then NCS after that. We want to thank everybody for joining us today. Thank you again, Pat, executive producer, for another great job giving our fans a chance to watch the game. Phil, thanks again for your efforts on the scoreboard.
Thanks, Tony.
Keep it going, Lady Hawks. We will see you soon. Cheers.
Go Hawks.
It was good to see Annika hit the ball hard. She hit it hard that last time.